Greetings, everybody. This is Marcel Williams here with another talk. Today is Saturday, the 22nd of March 2025. I trust you are well and that you are coping very well with what you are doing. Thanks for viewing my videos, and I urge you and appeal to you to share it, show a like to it so it can reach more people. I've been teaching on biblical prophecy. I've been busy with Revelations 18 in my last video, and just to start off initially to say that these videos are not meant for everybody. In a sense, those people who are interested in the Bible, who read the Bible and want to read the Bible and are specifically interested in biblical prophecy, this is for them. Also for those who know that something is happening and is going to happen in the world and want to prepare themselves, and these videos are suitable for part of that awareness. The last video I was busy with, Revelations 18 verse 4 and 5. I concentrated on those sins that was mentioned there, but let me just read it for you to remind you. Revelations 18 says in verse 4, "And I heard another voice from heaven, saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not her plagues." It goes on further with 5, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities." I spent some time in the previous video referring to those sins that God is going to judge on this country, and I did mention that Mystery Babylon is the United States of America. So you either accept that as a fact or you don't, but if you don't, it might be difficult to really put your mind around some of the things that are being mentioned here. But today I'm going to concentrate on the verse 4, which says, "Come out of her." Now, her is the pronoun for referring to Mystery Babylon, which is the United States of America. So I am saying that this scripture is prophesying that the believers, the people that want to belong to God, must leave in order not to be on the receiving end of his judgment on that country. So in this video I'm going to refer to two kinds of leaving: the physical and the spiritual. In the case of the physical, it means in that they must leave the United States and go to other countries in order to escape the wrath of God that's going to come on the country. We already see that process taking place in the world today, where especially African Americans are leaving for African countries like Ghana, Kenya, and some in South Africa. I personally believe that that process is going to enhance or increase in the coming months and years. So that is the physical. We do also know that Americans are also immigrating to countries like Portugal and in South American countries like Panama and Argentina, Brazil, and Colombia. And then that is the physical side. The spiritual side is of interest. Let me just touch on it. To leave this country on a spiritual level means that you don't subscribe to, you don't agree with, you don't continue to live according to the ways there. See, there's a way of the world for them in America. There's the thinking, there's the doing, the habits, the worldly attitude. And in the worldly attitude, there's a lot of this concept of individualism, where people have their rights and everything's about their rights. Um, it's everything about self-expression, um, to be assertiveness. In my opinion, always counts. To be very opinionated, and we see that on social media when posts are made and Americans are commenting. Many times, everybody's got an opinion, and many times they are experts in whatever field might be discussed, even to the point where what I've observed regarding the gospel, street preaching, etc. People will hardly know anything about the Bible, but will want to challenge the speaker, who may know quite a lot about what he's saying, but and even learned people and well-read people are challenged by the American kind of citizen, as if they know everything. So it's all about self-assertiveness, self-expression, and me only, and I. You even see it, for instance, there's a term used for a certain kind of person who has always picking fights in public with people over nothing. We call them Karens. And there's a lot of video footage of those kind of altercations and fights that are public. So it's all about the image, and they get their cue from celebrities. Um, they copy mannerisms, dress, and fashion. And there's a great push in American society for materialism, for personal wealth, to accumulate things. And what we're trying to say here is that on a spiritual level, the individual in America who wants to do right and wants to be right needs to isolate themselves, to separate themselves from this way of thinking, this group intention, this group mind, and come out of it, and isolate themselves, and physically, to mentally or spiritually, to get themselves out of that. But even in the case of the individuals who leave the country physically, they take their money, their goods, everything, they pack up and they leave, and they go to Portugal, or they go to Panama, to South America, or they go to Ghana, Kenya, or South Africa, which is all happening now. If they don't come out of her spiritually, in other words, they leave with a materialistic viewpoint to the world and about life, and they go with that to overseas countries, they're going to find that the attitude will go with them, and it will not be so easy for them to be absorbed into the societies of the countries that they go to. It'll be hard for them to adjust to the country and its culture and its peoples, and even its lifestyles, their lifestyles. And the peoples of those countries will be less tolerant of Americans. We see that process already happening, because there's a growing anti-American sentiment in several countries of the world because of the American dominance in the past decades. So I just wanted to elaborate on that. It is a process, it is happening, and it's going to increase, because there will be people who will take notice of the scripture, and when they know that Mystery Babylon is the United States of America, they will say, I need to get my money, I need to get out of here, I need to immigrate to another country, and they'll go, but they need to also come out of her on a spiritual level, so that they change their whole makeup, their whole attitude, that they isolate themselves and strive towards being holy and acceptable to God, because Jesus Christ is returning. So in not too long from now, I'd say. So have a great weekend further.